7 years of abundance had passed, and the famine had begun to swallow the earth. Crops failed, rivers shrank, and hunger crept into every household. In Canaan, Jacob looked at his sons with worry carved into his face. He had already lost Joseph many years ago, or so he believed. Now famine threatened to take more. He heard there was grain in Egypt and commanded his sons to go and buy food so they would live and not die. Benjamin, the youngest and only remaining son of Rachel, stayed behind because Jacob could not bear another loss. The brothers traveled to Egypt and stood before the governor of the land. They bowed low with their faces to the ground. Joseph recognized them instantly. Time had aged them, but he knew their voices, their posture, their eyes. They did not recognize him. Authority had changed him. Power had covered his past. He spoke to them through an interpreter and treated them harshly, accusing them of being spies. Fear gripped them. They explained they were 12 brothers, sons of one man, and that one brother was no more, while the youngest remained with their father. Hearing them say he was gone stirred something deep inside Joseph, but he did not reveal himself. Instead, he demanded that they bring the youngest brother to prove they were telling the truth. Simeon was bound before their eyes while the rest were sent home with grain. When they returned to Canaan and told Jacob everything, sorrow filled the house. Jacob resisted, but the famine worsened. Hunger eventually forced him to release Benjamin into their care. With trembling hope and silent prayer, the brothers returned to Egypt again, not knowing they were walking directly into the fulfillment of Joseph's long-ago dreams. When Joseph saw Benjamin standing among them, emotion surged within him. This was his full brother, the son of his own mother. He had to turn away to weep in private before regaining control. He invited the brothers to dine in his house. They were afraid, assuming they were being repaid for something wrong, but instead they were shown kindness. Joseph arranged them at feedable and exact birth order, astonishing them. Benjamin received 5 times more food than the others. Joseph watched carefully. No jealousy rose this time. Something had changed. Yet one final test remained. Joseph commanded that his silver cup be secretly placed in Benjamin's sack before they departed. When the brothers left the city, Joseph sent his steward after them. The cup was found in Benjamin's possession. The brothers tore their clothes in grief and returned together. Years earlier, they had abandoned one brother without hesitation, but now they refused to leave Benjamin behind. Standing before Joseph, Judah stepped forward. His voice shook as he spoke of their elderly father, whose life was bound to the boy's life. If Benjamin did not return, their father would die of sorrow. Judah offered himself as a slave in Benjamin's place. It was a different heart speaking now, not jealousy, not greed, but sacrifice. Joseph saw it clearly. The test was complete.